Greetings and welcome, one and all, to a new game, Reign of Kings. You can't see it on the screen because, well, we're in the character creation. We decided to find a server because this takes a lot of time, and I didn't want to have 8 million blooper reels of us not finding a correct server or immediately getting lagged out. So here we are. We found a server. We're in character creation, and I am joined. I'm not talking about the royal we here. There is actually someone else here with me. It is, of course, Steejo. Say hello, Steejo.
I think you'll find it's King Studio, and you are talking about the Royal We.
Is this a bear thing again? Because
Yeah, don't poke it.
yeah, we will not be poking the royal we, Steejo's or anyone else's. Right. We are going to be making new characters in Reign of Kings. Now, if you're not familiar with the game, it is... how to best describe Reign of Kings? Steejo, help me out here.
It's basically medieval naked man survival simulator X. as Rust in a medieval setting. So basically,
That is actually a fairly good way of describing it, Rust in a medieval setting.
sword, shields, armor, greatness.
Now, you can do a lot of interesting things with the character creator here. You can make truly monstrous creatures. Like, you could make man-shaped trolls. I'm going to try and avoid doing that. I did it in a stream when I was playing this a couple of weeks ago, and it was hilariously funny. But I think if I'm actually going to be playing a character for a while, and yes, you've got breast sides for a man. You can give your character moobs if you really want to.
Epic pecs.
No, nothing about this is pecs. These are moobs. Let's be honest. When it's that flabby and rounded, it stops being pecs. You can make your male pregnant as well if you really want to. I don't recommend it.
Of an ale gut.
Again, that goes well beyond ale gut. That's some sort of alien parasite dwelling inside the stomach. It's just decided it likes it there.
I've played quite a lot of Reign of Kings in the past with the old Rotten crew, but yeah, I've character creation's kind of been a mixed bag for me. We used to make pygmies, which is basically like super tiny people, with really thin arms and thin legs, and basically the thought process behind that is, as you probably know me, I min-max absolutely everything that I do. The thought process behind that is it's harder to hit a smaller target. Which, right. Yes, that works if you're playing an FPS, because obviously it's harder to hit a smaller target. In Reign of Kings, however, if you are the shortest you can possibly be, you're at about chest height for your head, so when people swing you, boom, headshot.
Straight for your head. Oh,
yeah,
I see.
We were running around like, why do we keep losing these fights every time? Like, it takes them like 2 shots to kill us, and it takes us about 20 to kill them, and we thought it was some sort of like nerfing of pygmy characters, so like the smaller you are, the weaker you are. No, they were just walloping us straight in the cooping.
That is fantastic. Also, anyone who's played Mountain Blade will probably feel quite comfortable with the hair in this game. The body is much more detailed, but the hair, definitely Mountain Blade.
But yeah, when you see my character now, you'll understand the min-max of this character.
Oh, goodness. We're going to have a beard as well. You can't be some sort of naked survival dude in medieval settings without a beard.
That's it. I've got a beard.
It's just flat out what you need. You're not a real man in medieval times unless you have a beard. It's true.
I don't know why they've done this strange color picker thing for the banners instead of just giving you one of the regular picking color pickers. It's really difficult to get a decent color. It's so annoying.
I'm trying to color my tattoo, but
look.
Yeah, I don't seem to be able to change the color at all. Why is that?
You need to make sure that the alpha is turned all the way up.
Maybe it's just right, okay. Certain parts of the color, so like parts of the tattoo are just flat out brown, and they're always going to be brown. I see. That makes a bit more sense now. I think I'm going to try and go for a woad kind of thing. I can't have spirals, which is a shame, because spirals would be great for a woad, but we'll just have to pick something. And dark hair, of course.
Oh yeah, you need dark hair.
Well, the Celts weren't blonde. Those were the Vikings. It wasn't until the Vikings came that we started seeing blonde in the British Isles. Until then, it was all dark.
I am done editing.
Now, there is a lot of options here. You can really get specific. I'm not going to go through the effort of doing that. But again, anyone who's seen the stream footage, you can literally make a troll out of a man. It's quite funny, but not for regular play, I don't think. Oh, wow, your neck is weird, dude.
My neck?
No, my character's neck is just really odd.
Like, what? You dare insult my neck?
You have the neck of a chicken, good sir. Now, the banner isn't really going to matter too much, because I imagine I'm just going to join Steeger's faction.
Oh, yeah, I get to think of it. Oh, my God, I need to make sure that the name is worthy.
But I will have a look through the banner a little bit, just to let everyone see what you can do. You can have a hangman's noose on your banner.
Taxes are at 70% or 7%. 70% tax.
My God.
Must be the UK. No, it's 7%.
Damn it, Tories.
Goddamn Tories. Yes, 70% tax for the lowest earners, and then 3% tax for the highest. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes absolutely sense. Yeah. To be fair, with the disparity between wages, it probably would work out about the same amount of tax the person was paying. You can have chickens on your banner. See, this is the thing with banners.
I can have hot chicks, mate. Hot chicks on your banner. Yeah.
No, that's okay. I think we're good. The thing with banners is what I always imagine is that you'll tend towards simple shapes, because otherwise you just imagine the person having to make those banners.
Yeah, I feel bad for them.
It would be terrible.
I would like an embroidered dragon man.
The fact that you say that, I've got a dragon on my banner.
That's funny, because so do I.
Fantastic. Well, you can click random, and of course you can put in different names. But I think we're good with this. We've got a bearded, ponytailed guy in some sort of rope loincloth with blue face paint and a dragon banner. Good times. Now, you can go to face, you can go to voice as well. Now, there are some awesome voices. I'll test them out for my viewers.
No worries. While you're playing freaking Barbie's First Murderer, I'm just collecting some wood.
That's good.
Oh god, I completely skipped over the classic Let's Player trope of I'm getting wood.
Wow.
Yeah, that's happening.
Find a fish and slap yourself in the face with it.
I also need to do a bit of an explore to see what the surrounding countryside looks like.
I must say, the primitive no speaker just reminds me of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, see you later, tree. Bye. Tree's going on a mystical journey.
What was that, sorry?
The tree, it's gone.
Rolling down the cliff, is it?
No, it's going for 10 points in the fucking Olympic gymnastics. It was flipping, and then it got to the bottom of the cliff and thought, you know what, that wasn't quite extravagant enough, so started flipping some more. It's finally stopped, but the dismount wasn't quite up to par, so I'm going to give you an 8.3.
That's a bit harsh, but I suppose fair. Right, okay, I'm done fiddling around with my voice. It's important to have a good voice. You're done editing your character. Changing your character later will require a potion of appearance. What, you can change it later? Oh my god, I should have just jumped into the game.
It's not that difficult to get the potions of appearance.
Okay, well, I'm out on a wide beach.
Can you see the island?
The island?
Yes,
as in the king?
No, there's a bay with an island that is one of the starter beaches.
No.
Right, you're not at the same one as me, but you should be to the west of the king then.
I am to the east of the king, I would say.
What? Oh, to the if the king is north?
Well, that's the thing. I don't have a compass. Let's just call... where's the sun?
The king faces south. That's generally the way that we work it.
Okay, right. Well, the king is to the northeast of me then.
Yeah, so yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
now,
that's probably on you.
this is one of the few games that where FPS, you can look down, you see your feet. You've no idea how happy I am about this fact.
I remember when that happened in, I think it was Halo 2, and everyone just freaked out. They're like, oh my god, it's so immersive. A feet.
That's true. You miss having feet. Or not having feet, rather.
I kind of
Now,
like using.
yeah, well,
Feet are helpful.
generously. I don't like hovering around. I like a bit of a head bob when I'm running as well.
Yeah.
Helps get me in the mood. What I'm doing right now is I'm just gathering some resources, some just really basic stuff, some grasses and some flax. As you can see, I've got some flax plants, some hay. I start with a couple of bandages, which I should put on my hotbar. I start with torches and driftwood club. Not going to help you very much.
Can I just noticing some stuff in the bottom left? Can I just preface the rest of this series with, we cannot be held responsible for anything that anyone runs up and says to us, or anything you see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, because we may miss it.
Yes.
So we do apologise in advance.
I don't apologize. You knew what you were coming in for when you signed up to watch an LP of an MMO.
And naked people running around.
Yes, but Steeder does raise a good point. Some of the people in this game are a little bit less than damp, and they need more tea in their lives. It's a sad fact, but it's true.
Oh god! Actually, before we started, I made a lovely cup of tea.
Did you flavour it with iron brew?
I did not. I so should have.
Right, well, basically, as you're no doubt familiar with these sorts of games, you gather resources by hitting trees or walking over to sticks and just pressing E to collect them, or berries if the bush has berries, which I just collected there, which is very important because you do actually need to eat and drink in this game. You'll notice down in the bottom right, I have a little green bar, which is my stamina, a little blue bar, which is my hydration, and a little kind of orangey bile-covered bar, which is my state of hunger. You've got to try and keep those up, because if they drop down, then you start taking damage.
Indeed, and it's actually been rebalanced a lot lately, so you really want to watch out for those things.
Yeah, it was a little bit easy to manage before, but all I've got is 5 berries. I don't think I'm doing too well. Oh no, I've got a few more now.
I have a stone hatchet for you that I found in a sack that was lying in the woods.
Was that sack next to a body?
No, it wasn't actually. It was just a random sack. I didn't even need to do any murdering for it.
You can murder in this game.
disappointed.
You do have sleepers, and that is when you log out, you leave your body, and you basically curl up in a little kind of burlap blanket and swaddle and just go to sleep. And I can hear someone mining nearby. I know. I'm just going to grab some more resources.
So I've seen a couple of relatively large...
Okay.
We've kind of got 2 options at the start of the game. We can either, 1, just try and create our own base, or 2, we can go around and see how much crap we can steal.
That is an option, yes. Stealing is generally a fast track to getting an inventory full of good stuff, like armor, because it takes a long bloody time to get to that stage. Whereas if you can just find someone who, through whatever machinations, had to log off suddenly in the middle of the woods and is thus just, curled up in their little blanket with their eyes closed, you can just wallop them across the side of the head with your wooden club until they stop twitching and then take all of their stuff. It's not a very dapper way to do it, but it is a way.
So, are you on the beach with what we call the Easter Island beach because it's got a big rock that's like out in the middle of the ocean?
Let me
like along a peninsula?
Check. There is a very tall rock, yeah.
Yeah, it's on a peninsula that just like goes out into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the Easter Island head. I don't know why we call it that, because it doesn't look like it, but yeah.
I can sort of see it. There's also some sort of floating block structure that I'm going to go investigate. Whatever it was, it looks like it's been trebucheted to hell and back.
Oh, really? That's me on the beach with Easter Island beach. So we've gave everything names because it helps when you're trying to converse, when you're asking people where they are. Everything's probably got names, like the community's probably come up with names for everything, but yeah, screw them.
That definitely happened in Worm Online.
Yeah.
Community very quickly named everything, every landmark. It was actually really good. But I'm not sure how this structure is staying up there because it's not attached to anything on the ground that I can see.
That's one thing I'd like to see implemented into this game, some proper structural physics, so you can't have like floating sky bases and other
I wasn't
things.
even aware that you could.
Yeah, you can.
Until I came across this. That's not so great.
Generally, people will take offense to them and trebuchet the hell out of them.
Ah, good.
It's like, well, why have you done something so ludicrous? Please don't.
I see that someone has built a structure on top of the Easter Island rock.
Oh, really?
Sack.
I'm heading that way now. Most of the time, the admins will come and clear stuff like that out because it's just not cricket.
Oh, indeed. Well, you know, I'm just going to say now, if I come across a sack out in the middle of nowhere, I consider that fair game.
Yeah.
I don't consider it stealing. If you left it there, you clearly didn't want it.
Yeah, exactly. Dropped it.
I might draw the line at well, I'll draw a moral line. Whether I cross it or not is up for debate. On finding random things around.
Server's restarting in 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
So this episode will probably be about a 20-minute episode, so that's not too bad.
Perfectly 20 minutes.
Someone has a little structure here. Let's have a look. What do they got? What have they got inside? Nothing inside. They've built some sort of oven or kiln or something. They did have a base here at some point. It looks like it's decayed.
Oh, I see the floating Easter Island thing. Yeah. Oh, and there's another floating thing.
I'm just exploring all of the production benches that this person made in their base that is no longer here. Because sometimes things will be left in them. But honestly, I would be so amazingly surprised if anyone had left anything in this little base. But as you can see, there are lots of different production types of buildings that you need to make in order to build almost anything. You can craft a little bit. I think you bring up I to have a look, and these are the things that I can craft at the moment. There are all sorts of things here: harvesting tools, melee tools, projectiles. You can close the tabs to make your crafting list a little bit easier to see. But I can even make some armor at some point. Make a wooden armor. The little green circle is showing me how much of the resources I have that I'd need. So, for example, I can make wooden sandals. I don't recommend it. Wooden sandals don't sound very good. But I can make, let's see, almost got enough to make a chest. A crest is a little bit more interesting. That's actually necessary for bases. Is that you running up to me?
Yep.
Hello. I should have been a little bit more reactive to that, actually.
Can you see how I've min-maxed my character this time?
Barely. Oh, I see. You're blending in.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I didn't notice you too early.
I am naturally sneaky. Let's put it that way.
Well played. Well played indeed. You blend into the darkness.
Yep. And it is very, very good. See, when we're in the forest, you'll have a hard time keeping track of me.
That doesn't sound like it's going to be very good for this Let's Play, but we'll have to carry a torch everywhere I go.
We'll be alright. As soon as I get armor on, we'll be fine. But it's basically, it saves people from murdering you when you've got nothing.
That's a very good idea, though.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Right, well, there was nothing in that little base. So I think at this point, we're probably going to wrap this episode up here since the server's about to restart. I tell you, we've had some terrible luck finding a server here. Have you got any food, Steve Joe?
I have seven berries.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just invite you to the guild.
Aha, right. I can now accept. Wow, you actually picked the same dragon as well. That's brilliant. The Revenge of the Dafflings. I approve. Oh, fantastic. And now I can see Stejo. Now I'm not going to have any trouble keeping track of him because he's got a little icon above his head.
That's some food for you in that sack.
Oh, I actually had a bunch of berries. It's okay, you take that. I was asking in case you needed some from me.
Oh, right, okay.
But on that note, we're going to continue eating our berries, you know, to the moonlight on the beach, just staring out at the ocean whilst the server reboots. And when we return, it will be to a freshly booted server, and we will probably go and hunt for a good place to set up our base. And just in case you didn't get this from what we were saying, It is full PvP, full loot on this game. There's going to be shenanigans. Let's just put it that way.
Hulk.
Right. Okay. So with that, we bid you adieu.
Bye-bye.